Welcome back, friends. Today we are doing a Sims 4 speed build. We're building a little ranch style house. So I believe that was my first speed build, and this video is only the house. There is no exterior besides like the wallpaper and the porch. But there is no landscaping, no backyard, no nothing. It's I'm not the fastest at building, so this took me a little bit. So we're gonna do that in like a part 2 or something. But this video is strictly just the house. Now I did cut out some of the me doing the roof because it was a little painful to watch because I kept going back and forth. But and then even after I cut out, and I still ended up going back to it a little bit and messing around with it. But anyway, see here, I am doing the roof and I am trying so hard just to get the right angles, and it took me way too long. So I did cut it out to save your sanity. But yeah, so I just decided to do this little ranch style home. Just cause we got a new pack coming out soon, the For Rent, where you can build, it looks like townhouses and stuff like that. Oh, this is so painful watching me do this roof again. So I did add some stuff from like the Home Chef Hustle. Okay, see, I skipped the roof, and then I will go back to it. But stuff from Home Chef Hustle. Just having a grand old time. And now I'm picking out the railing for the porch. The thing about ranch houses is I love that I could do a big porch like that. I didn't add very much to it, but I loved the porch. Added so much great stuff. And then I did try to go with like contrasting colors. So like the house is white with dark windows, the door is a dark blue. I think the windows are black. The flooring is black or a dark brown. I wanted it to be contrasting. I like a good white and black farmhouse. Now I did not go white and black with all the furniture. It's a little excessive. So here I'm finally floor painting. We have an office, bathroom, kitchen, and everything. Before I finished floor painting, I wanted to make sure I got the stairs in. Oh, look, back to the roof. But that little bit that you're gonna see, I didn't want to fiddle with it anymore. So you're just gonna see that little bit of roof. Here we are, back to our floor planning. We got three. This house has 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. One of the bathrooms being a ensuite to the master. Here I'm just thinking, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this big space here in the middle. I could have made a hallway, but I didn't want to do a hallway, so we're gonna turn that into like another sitting room. So downstairs you have the living room that has a TV, and then upstairs in that foyer. Would you consider that a foyer? I just put a sitting room with a bookshelf. Now I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the stairs. I'm just gonna block off that corner. Yes, it's a wasted space, but not much. I could have put something there, but not much really. But worth it. So I ended up just putting in some decorations there. Because the house has everything it needs to function. It's got the kitchen, it's got the bathroom, it's got the beds. No, it's got everything it needs to function. And I love these Home Chef Hustle um, kitchen set. It is so nice. I don't know if it quite fits the farm aesthetic, but it is nice. I like the counters. I like that they don't have the little lip that goes up the back of the wall. And they just look so nice and sleek. It's great. So here I am trying to bring in some of that ranch style with the bar stools because I wasn't going full hardcore ranch. I could have used the horses ranch, whatever this back is called. I'm building in that world. The pack that came with horses. My brain is not braining right now. I could have added those counters, but I didn't like them. They didn't really have like a clean swatch. All of it was like um, rustic wood looking, and I wasn't really feeling the rustic wood. I remembered a trash can. I don't think I put one outside, but if I remember, I will put it in the when I do the landscaping in the backyard and stuff like that. So hopefully remind me, because I'm sure I'll forget. But I did put an inside bin. That is not forgotten. Now we're moving on to the living. I love the paranormal couch. Paranormal stuff pack couches are great. They look so comfy cozy. I just want to wrap up in that blanket as I sit here wrapped up in a snuggie. But I was gonna do 2 couches, but I didn't want them to be identical, and I didn't show it, but I don't necessarily like the love seat that comes with paranormal stuff, so I just went for the armchairs. And I did want to do some of the interior before I do the windows. I'm not great with window placement. My house might look like it has a lot of windows, but so I wanted to plan some of the furniture before I did the windows, because with me tending to overput windows, it's hard for me to get the wall mounted stuff like the TVs, the kitchen cabinets, if I want to put artwork up. So here I'm using some of the everyday clutter kit. I only own like 3 kits. One I got was the deluxe kit, the deluxe outside. Oh, I'm terrible. Terrible at names. The deluxe outside kit, the everyday clutter kit, and the bathroom clutter kit. Those are the only ones I have. I don't have every single pack. I don't have every single stuff. However, I do think I used probably quite a few packs when making this build. But hey, sorry. And then I wanted a nice little centerpiece on this table. I thought that one from Growing Together would be good, but it just feels like it takes up too much space on that table. And I want to make sure your Sims could eat there. I could tested it, but I didn't feel bothered. So I just switched it to something smaller. And now we're going in with the windows. So like I said, I did do black windows. The black is a little harsh inside, but it looks great from the outside. And I tried really hard not to overput windows, but I cannot guarantee. Kind of looks like a lot of windows, but I don't know where to take from because then I feel like the house looks a little rough. I also don't think I put curtains up. I don't know. Usually when I play in The Sims, I usually never add curtains. I just don't like the way a lot of the curtains look. They just don't look great. Some do, and sometimes I'll add them, but not very often. And now I'm going ham on the windows. Like I said, might be a tad much. Don't look at the back of the house. Yeah, don't look at that. Just don't. It's fine. Look at the front. I think the front looks okay. I like the front. I'm trying to figure out what windows to put in the dormers because I didn't want, again, to overlook like windows, but I wanted windows in the dormers. Now I'm debating changing the windows, which I do not. I just left what I had because I did not feel like going through, and I like the look. These look just fine. The other ones just had less squares in them, so these are fine. These work just good. When I picked this lot, I did underestimate the size of the lot. I didn't really look at it. I just clicked the lot, and so that's what we're going with. So I do bounce around a lot. So we're now outside. I'm working on the porch. Getting some good rocking chairs. I am trying to avoid using not the pre-order stuff from The Sims, but you know how like the last few packs they've like, oh, if you buy the pack before this date, you get horse ranch. That's what it's called. You get like a rocking chair, a guitar, some wall decor. I tried to avoid using those, just in case. I already used a lot of packs. I don't need to add pre-ordered content in there. Yeah, so we got an easel, and I added the telescope up on the balcony as well. with a little couch, so you guys can just sit out there and just kind of chill. Now we're doing the bathroom. I love the herringbone tile that came with Growing Together. It is so soft. It is so subtle, and like I like use it all the time. And then since there is only 2 bathrooms and one's attached to the master, I wanted to make sure that there is a shower and a tub in the second bathroom. That way your Sims still have access to a shower and not just a tub. Because your Sims take 10 years to bathe. Why? I don't know. They just do. And some of that bathroom clutter kit. I even debated putting a curtain in the bathroom, but it's small. It's a small window. It's fine. You're on a giant ranch. So if someone's in your backyard looking through the window, it might be a little bit of a, why is there someone in your backyard? Like, this is a big lot. And I added some of the bathroom clutter kit, added in the little toilet rug and the bath mat. Now, where am I going? What am I doing now? Office. Okay, so I did decide to make this into an office. I debated making it another bedroom, making 4 bedrooms, or taking one of the smaller bedrooms upstairs and turning that into the office. But I didn't quite have this set up to be, because if I were to do that, this would probably then end up being the master. I would have had to like reconfig the bathroom a little bit. So I just decided to make this a big office. We got nice grand bookcases. I add some little sitting room so you can sit there and read your books, a lamp. And then I did size down a side table, so if you try to put anything on it, it will float. Unless you move objects and raise it up and put it that way. So just be aware, if you put anything on the side table in here, it will float, unless you cheat it. Which I did use move objects quite a bit in this build, so if you download it, make sure you put the cheat on. So now I'm just adding a bunch of clutter and make the house feel lived in. This isn't a show house, this is a living house. Somebody lives here. I really wanted to add that checkers board set, chess set in, and I finally do add it later. I add it back into the living room on the coffee table. But I think I do that a little much later in the video. So now I'm trying to figure out what I want to put in this corner. I had just a little alcove. I just ended up putting some picture decor there. The ones that sit on the ground, we'll see it here shortly. Now I'm trying to fill out these bookcases, and thus suffering from the constant problem of having not right slotting and nothing to go on the bookshelf. So every time I would try to put something, yep, those are those pictures that I put in. I just sized them down with the bracket keys and put them there. But every time I was trying to put stuff on these bookshelves, it kept going to the top of the bookshelf, which is not where I want a pack of board games. They would fit perfectly in the bottom shelf. However, no, it's not slotted together. It's slotted to go sit on the top and go through the ceiling, which makes no sense to me. But I don't make the rules, so. Now you'll even see I did try to put something on here and it was floating because I sized down the table. I just ended up not putting anything there. And we can kind of leave it up to Sims' imaginations. Like, you're sitting there reading the book and you sit your book on the table. Or you're sitting there drinking, I didn't add a coffee maker or tea maker, but drinking some juice from your fridge, you could set it there. Now, to put something under the stair. I didn't like that empty space, and I didn't have anything under the stair. I'm sure I could have just blocked it off like I had at the beginning, but I didn't like that. So I just found some plants and I shoved it under there. Stairs should work. Now I'm just kind of going through the clutter. I'm looking for like a little runner table to put behind the couch. Took me a minute to find them. They are under accent tables, if anyone is wondering. Now I want to kind of fit the theme, because like I said, this is a ranch house, but I didn't go like full ranch inside. It's more of like I don't even know what you would call it. It's a something inside. But just adding some more clutter, making the house look lived in. Bills. I had the phone and keys, and I think that is all I put on that table. Let's see if I can find the keys. That was my problem, looking for the keys. Oh, back to the bathroom. Add some toilet paper. Always need some extra TP. I don't know why I had such a hard time finding the phone and keys. I know, remember, I did save multiple times of building this. So now we are upstairs. Like I said, the upstairs is where your 3 bedrooms are, a bathroom, the master bathroom, the ensuite, shall you say, and the sitting room. Now, as debating going through styles, I wanted, with the floors being dark, I didn't necessarily want like dark furniture. So yes, the bedpost and bed frame is dark, but it's a light bedspread. It ended up changing that dresser. And I went with a lighter dresser. I'm pretty sure. Yep. There we go. Yep, with a light dresser. I like those side tables from Growing Together. I don't think I left them gold. If I did, I'll probably change it in the next part because I'm not a big fan of the gold. And then I just hang some lights down from the ceiling, kind of like bedside lamps. They just hang from the ceiling instead. The little mason jars I thought were cute. That way you can still add stuff to your side tables. Which it does look like I probably left them gold. I got a good rug. Every room needs a good rug. Trying to find, then yet again, another light colored object to kind of contrast the dark. And then I did add this little wood stove to the master bedroom. They got a ceiling fan for when it gets hot in there in the summer. And then a wood stove for when it gets cold. Because it did not have a thermostat. Here I am adding some clutter to the nightstands. Oh, no, I did change them. I changed them to white. I knew I changed them. Some more paranormal stuff. I tried to remember the packs I was using as I was building. That way I could use clutter and stuff from them rather than adding clutter from like 10 million different packs. Now, most of the clutter I used is from the clutter kit, both the everyday and the bathroom clutter kit. But like I knew I used the paranormal couches, so I went ahead and I used some paranormal decor. Not spooky decor, but like that picture frame that I put on the side table. Now here's the ensuite bathroom. I did kind of divide it up into 2 rooms. It's still technically 1 room, but I divided it up. So where the tub and the shower is kind of like a wet room. You have the standing shower, has the drain. So you just kind of shower there, and then your tub, all in like one area, so the water just kind of drains. So if you think about like a kind of like a Japanese inspired ish, not in the look, but like how their toilets are in a separate room and their bathroom has the bathtub and the shower, and the floor just gets sopping wet, it just drains. It's how the bathroom's made. Kind of what I was going for here. Now it's not fully separated. I did leave the middle open. Thought about putting a door. I thought about putting a spandrel. I just cut the wall out. Deleted the wall. Again, I used that herringbone tile. But I switched up the wall tile. So we went with the black and white. Black tile with a white wall. And now I'm adding clutter. I'm living for the clutter. Now, I was wanting to use that tile bathroom decor rack. Not the one above the toilet, but the one that was beside it. The standing rack. But I didn't like the color of the I didn't like any of the swatches, and the one wood swatch I did like. I didn't like the towels. It was like a white swatch with red towels. Why? Yeah, I don't know. Just make black towels. It goes with everything. But having that red on there was very hard to match with like the rest of the room. And now we're using this is the second room. I'm doing this room as kind of like a teen room, not necessarily geared towards any specific. It could even be used for a young adult, a single young adult. It's got a single bed. I added desk, and then I kind of geared it towards like a teen who likes music, so I added a guitar, some posters. But like I said, it could be used for a young adult slash teen. However, I did like that words escape my brain. Locker bookshelf. I thought that looked nice. I like the locker bookshelf. There we go. Now I'm just adding. I didn't really add much in here. I was trying to keep the room light. I was trying not to decorate it too specifically. That way this can be changed. But I added a little decor, like some notepads and pen and pencils on the desk, some shoes. But now we're on to the kids' room. Again, not designed specifically for anyone in mind, but I did add the dollhouse. Yes, they do work size down because your sim doesn't actually play in the dollhouse, they play outside the dollhouse. But we added the barn farm dollhouse. And then now I'm just trying to add some decor. Wasn't quite sure what I was looking like because I wanted something for the walls, but I couldn't find anything that I particularly liked for this room. So I just went to adding some more stuff. I added the activities table. I added a dresser and some toys. I do add the friendship bracelet making thing here. That way the Sims can make them friendship bracelets, but again, some toys. That way your kids have something to play with. Besides the dollhouse and Blaffy. Blaffy? Blarfy. I was trying really hard to use these horse rugs. I just didn't like the way they looked. I don't think I ever went back and put a rug in that room. But it doesn't necessarily need it. Not all rooms have rugs. But now we're on to the second sitting space. I do realize that couch is pushed off the wall. I do go back and fix it. I guess it's fine, but it's an unnecessary waste of space. So I do go back and I push the furniture back. And here I was trying to find a good book. I wanted a bookshelf that fit under the window and that I could put clutter on. But I didn't like those bookshelves. So I do go with this one. I add some books so it looks more full. Then I went back to suffering from the never ending, not having enough appropriate spaces to slot stuff because nothing was fitting. And then to fill up space, I do add a games table, but I only put 2 chairs at it. You can fit up to 4. I only put 2. And then I think I'm working on wallpaper. Because for some reason my brain didn't think about doing it. I love these wallpapers with the molding on it. And then I realized I forgot to add a mirror. And that is our ranch house. So again, I'll see you in part 2, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.